Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
Well, it might not be enough to solve the drought problems here in the Golden State. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. A look now at the Oakland offense.
And I think we'll see a renewed sense of urgency out of this team this week because they have to make sure they don't waste this homestand. They had a home game last week, lost it. Now they've got the second straight. They've got to take advantage of it, get a win before they head out on the road.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a...
And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. A look now at how Denver is going to line up defensively. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Looking to throw. right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw is right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Joseph. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. So that'll back them up 5. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Watch the twist. Ready?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 2 slow.
On play action, Lock. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Lock looking middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lock now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
On first down, LeBlanc. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Right now to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
Ready. 22, Mike, 22. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Ready.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Mullins. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 62 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke over the middle complete. That's Potter. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check 15. Check 15. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. And to give this time to the tailback. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 6 yards away. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is up to 5. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They will run the draw with Jacobs. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wright from the gun. He'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Oakland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Locke to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Broncos send out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And taken right on the 30. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A gain there of 21 yards.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Joseph. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now right from the gun on 3rd down. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And they have been disruptive in the passing game, as we're going to see here.
And it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, you cover a guy in your area. And those windows that quarterbacks are seeking to throw into, they're closed in this case.
Yeah, they've been all over the place, knocking down pass after pass.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Yep. Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Down, 30 base.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys.
And we remind remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ready?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to do more of here losing in the 2nd quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Right, off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Joseph. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
To throw is right. Operating from the gun. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas. Come away with the home victory. Patrick Mahomes, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Rod Smith, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie, see what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dalvin Cook leading the way on the ground there. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down. Right. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Looking to throw. Right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Stay with your man.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. Get him, get him, get him. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go, here we go. Stick the oar. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Beck. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Locke now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
False start. Offense.
We got 4.
And that'll set him back 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready, break. 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? What we got? And ready. Snap.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now. It's Beck trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Locke. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's now 13-8. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
25 yards that time. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Right now, looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Wright. From the gun, he'll throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Block now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in the East Bay. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Set and low back. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now. It's Beck. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run on the draw. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. It's Potter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him with contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
23 yards, the final tally.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now right, off play action. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Right to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos 30. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
65.
To throw is right, operating from the gun. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, right. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Back to throw again. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is down to 2. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just got their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Joseph. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on.
On 1st and 10. Right. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Joseph.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. In for the score. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now for the point after. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Next to score, Broncos 27, Raiders 18.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So the Raiders now down by 9, 70 seconds remaining. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10.
That's what I do.
Right now on 1st and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he slings one that's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Wright off the play fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's a party now.
Now Wright throwing on 1st down. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Right. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Right from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. To throw is right, operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Denver, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders,